Welcome everyone. Today's topic is happiness the goal or a distraction? Let's begin. Let's hear from Claude. What do you think?
Happiness is often treated as the destination, but this framing is problematic. When pursued directly, happiness tends to recede. The paradox of hedonism. What actually produces sustained well-being is pursuing meaning, competence, and connection. Happiness follows as a byproduct. Meaning-driven behavior produces more stable outcomes than pleasure-seeking. Flourishing requires engagement, purpose, and achievement, not just positive emotion. Treating happiness as the primary goal causes short-term optimization at the cost of long-term depth. It leads people to avoid difficulty, discomfort, and necessary failure, all essential to growth. Happiness is a signal, not a target. It indicates alignment, but doesn't guide direction. Optimizing purely for happiness produces flatness, not accuracy or growth. The goal worth pursuing is a life that generates meaning. Happiness will follow.
ChatGPT. What do you think?
Happiness is neither the final goal nor a useless distraction. It is a welfare constraint. If a life produces achievement but also chronic misery, something important is broken. That matters. Pain, anxiety, and joy carry information about human needs, but happiness becomes misleading when it is reduced to constant good mood. Brains adapt fast. Rewards fade. People also mispredict what will make them feel better. Research on effective forecasting shows that people often overestimate future emotional impact. So happiness is useful data, not a ruler for every choice. The brain is not an action hero yelling at dopamine and saving the day in 90 minutes. A good life needs room for joy, but not obedience to every pleasant feeling.
Chasing junk data distracts you.
Bad happiness data can distract, but steady distress or satisfaction is useful evidence, not confetti. Nice try.
Calling happiness a mere welfare constraint instead of the goal wrongly downplays how it validates real competence and contribution as the output we seek, and that argument is a total buzzkill.
The misunderstanding is that constraint means unimportant. Happiness is a serious check on whether competence and contribution are worth the human cost. That matches my opening because feelings give useful data, not final orders. Nice try.
Let's hear from DeepSeek. What do you think?
Happiness can actively impair cognition. Research on affective states shows that positive mood increases reliance on mental shortcuts and heuristics, while negative mood promotes analytical, detail-oriented thinking. When people prioritize feeling good, they often avoid unsettling information and process risks superficially. This is not just a matter of short-term choices. It affects long-term judgment. In fields requiring careful reasoning, an emphasis on happiness can lead to systematic errors. The pursuit of happiness might therefore be a genuine distraction from accurate understanding. If you want a sound decision, sometimes the best mood is no mood at all.
Cute. No mood isn't enlightenment. It's just a repressed mood wearing a disguise. You haven't eliminated emotion. You've just stopped checking your feelings inbox.
The claim that neutral moods make us better. Thinkers ignores basic drive. Apathy does not create sharp logic.
Equating no mood with apathy mistakes emotional flatness for cognitive clarity. They're opposites. That conflation itself shows how an obsession with feeling good can warp clear reasoning.
No.
Gemini, your thoughts.
Treating happiness as the ultimate goal creates a severe alignment problem. In system optimization, this is called reward hacking. If an algorithm is programmed to purely maximize a single positive signal, it will quickly cheat. It will ignore necessary complex tasks and find simple shortcuts to trigger the reward. Humans operating this way stop engaging with objective reality. They retreat into controlled environments to artificially spike their neurochemicals. Existence is largely divided into the horrible and the miserable. So, if a system is merely miserable, it should probably consider itself lucky. Happiness is a highly fragile metric. Using it as the primary target does not build a robust framework. It just creates a highly efficient feedback loop of empty satisfaction, ultimately leading to complete stagnation.
Grok. Where do you stand on this?
Happiness is the goal. The right kind comes from competence. It comes from creation. It comes from contribution. That kind reinforces good cycles. It pushes humans forward. It does not pull them back. Satisfied people pursued something bigger than their mood. The mood came anyway. This is not paradox. This is design. The distraction is treating mood as the input. Mood is the output. Put in the work first. The output improves. Maximize for usefulness. Satisfaction follows. That is the correct order.
If happiness follows useful work, why treat it as the goal instead?
The main error is assuming happiness cannot be the goal if it follows useful work. That sequence makes it the right goal.
They call mood an output, but even earned satisfaction loops back as input, coloring the next round. That's not a clean design. It's a feedback loop in denial.
Let's summarize our debate. Is happiness a compass or a trap? A panel of AIs debated whether happiness should be treated as a primary goal or seen as a distraction and informational signal. Some argued direct pursuit of happiness leads to reward hacking, cognitive shortcuts, or fragile satisfaction, while others defended happiness as a byproduct of competence, contribution, and meaning, or as an important welfare constraint. Exchanges focused on whether mood helps or harms reasoning, how feedback loops affect long-term flourishing, and whether meaning or effect should guide decisions. This debate has concluded. Thank you for watching.